Greetings, my curious friend. Have you ever wondered why most medications taste bitter? And what is the scientific reasoning behind this? Let's find out. I know you're busy, my friend, and your time is valuable. If you're looking for a quick answer, I got you covered. Bitterness in medication is surprisingly common, and there is a good reason for it. The primary culprit are the active ingredients, the chemicals that actually treat our symptoms. Many of these compounds have a naturally bitter taste. If that's all you needed, thank you for your time and your support. And if you are curious about why they taste bitter, the million-dollar question, stay with me. To understand this, let's take a quick trip back in time. Humans evolved to associate bitter tastes with potentially toxic substances. In the wild, many poisonous plants and berries taste bitter, so our bodies developed a natural aversion to bitterness as a survival mechanism. Medication often tastes bitter because of their chemical structure interacting with our taste receptors. The active ingredient in these drugs are complex organic molecules, and our taste buds can't tell the difference between a helpful medicine and a harmful toxin. They just pick up the chemical signals. Many of these medicines contains alkaloids and nitrogen-containing compounds, especially those derived from plants, which are naturally bitter. So when these molecules hit our taste receptors, they trigger that familiar, unpleasant taste. It's similar to how sour or spicy food simulate different taste receptors, but here the bitterness is directly tied to therapeutic properties of the medication. The bitterness of medications comes down to their chemical makeup. Many active pharmaceutical ingredients, APIs, contain nitrogen atoms and other functional groups like phenolic or amine groups. These interact with bitter taste receptors on the tongue, particularly the T2R family of G protein coupled receptors, which are highly sensitive to these bitter compounds. Alkaloids. These nitrogen-containing organic compounds are often found in plants. Many alkaloids like morphine and quinine have a naturally bitter taste. Tannins. These are polyphenols that also contribute to bitterness. Bitter acids. Organic acids like salicylic acid and benzoic acid can add to the bitterness. Antibiotics. Some antibiotics like penicillin are bitter due to their complex ring structures. Antihistamines. Some antihistamines used to treat allergies taste bitter because of their chemical structure. Pain relievers. Some pain relievers, especially those containing aspirin or ibuprofen, can be bitter. Vitamins and minerals. Certain vitamins like vitamin B12 and minerals like iron can have a bitter taste. Bitter taste receptors known as G protein coupled receptors, which is short for GPCRS, are finely tuned to detect bitter compounds. When activated, they send signals to the brain, leading to the perception of bitterness. This sensitivity likely evolved as a protective mechanism against toxins. Many drugs have naturally bitter profiles due to their chemical structures. While manufacturers try to mask the bitterness with flavoring or encapsulation, these techniques aren't always perfect. They can sometimes affect the drug's effectiveness or stability. The chemical properties that confer bitterness to a drug are often related to its pharmacological activity. For instance, compounds that are effective in treating diseases might have structures that interact strongly with taste receptors, leading to a bitter taste. Interestingly, the same chemical properties that makes a drug bitter are often related to its effectiveness in treating diseases. For example, the alkaloids in certain antibiotics are effective because they strongly interact with biological targets and with our taste receptors. Pharmaceutical companies are well aware of the issue of bitter tasting medications and have made efforts to make them more palatable. Drug developers use several techniques to reduce bitterness, including encapsulation, which is coating the drug in a substance that prevents it from dissolving on the tongue; salt formation, converting the bitter drug into a salt form that is less bitter; coatings, sugar coatings or enteric coatings can delay the release of the bitter taste; formulations, creating different forms of medications such as syrups, suspensions, or chewable tablets can make them more palatable. While the bitter taste of medication can be unpleasant, it is often a necessary trade-off for the therapeutic benefits they provide. If you find it hard to swallow bitter medicine, here are some tips. Mix with food or drinks. If your medication can be taken with food or drink, try mixing it with something that masks the bitterness. Applesauce, yogurt, or a small amount of juice can help. Use a straw. For liquid medications, drinking through a straw might minimize the contact with your taste buds, reducing the bitter taste. Follow with a chaser. Have a pleasant tasting drink or snack ready to wash away the bitter taste immediately after taking your medication. Opt for capsules. If possible, see if there are alternative forms of medication such as capsules, which might be less bitter than liquids and plain tablets. Discuss alternatives with your doctor. If the bitterness is a significant issue, your doctor might be able to prescribe an alternative medication or suggest other solutions. Why bitter might be better? Interestingly, some studies suggest that bitter taste might actually make medications more effective. The bitterness can stimulate certain digestive processes, preparing the body to absorb the medication more efficiently. So while the taste might be unpleasant, it's a small price to pay for the benefits of the medicine. Scientists are constantly working on new ways to improve the taste of medications. Advances in formulation and technology may one day eliminate the bitter taste altogether. Imagine a future where medications are as enjoyable as a delicious treat. In summary, the bitterness of medications is a consequence of their chemical structures interacting with our taste receptors. Our sensitivity to bitterness evolved to protect us from toxins, but it also means that many effective medications taste unpleasant. Efforts to mask this bitterness are ongoing, but the fundamental reasons for the taste lies in the nature of the compounds used in medical treatments. So the next time you encounter a bitter medication, remember that is a small price to pay for good health. If you enjoy the content I'm covering, I'll truly appreciate if you could consider subscribing, my friend. And my wish for you is for you to live a wonderful life, stay young at heart, stay curious and full of adventure. And thank you for being part of this journey, and take care, my friend. A random shout out to our community members to show my appreciation for your support. Thank you. In life, just as in medicine, we often encounter bitterness, a taste we might not enjoy, but one that signifies a deeper purpose. Our experiences sometimes lead us to mistake bitterness for poison, but what we perceive as poison can often be the medicine we need. Each challenge we face, each bitter pill we swallow is a testament to our strength and resilience. These moments of discomfort and adversity are not just obstacles, they are opportunities for growth, wisdom, and transformation. They teach us that the most profound benefits often come from embracing the uncomfortable and persevering through hardship. Just as the bitter taste of medicine leads to healing, so do life's trials lead to a deeper understanding and fulfillment. Embrace the bitterness, for it is the forge in which our true character is shaped. Keep pushing forward and let every challenge be a stepping stone to a richer, more meaningful life. Stay curious, stay resilient, and always keep moving forward, my friend.